Wouldn't it be great if there were a way for our community to save money, reduce our carbon footprint, and enhance personal and economic opportunities? Public transportation in the United States is a crucial part of the solution to the nation's economic and environmental challenges. I recently visited Japan where became interested in public transportation due to how efficiently it runs there and how many people access this tool. I'd like to take a look at public transportation and the benefits it could provide this community. Specifically, I will discuss the environmental benefits of public transportation and how public transportation provides economic opportunities and a safer way of traveling. Public transportation provides numerous benefits to every segment of our society. Public transportation is better for the environment. Countries that invest in public transportation reduce the nation's carbon emissions by 37 million metric tons annually, according to the American Public Transportation Association. This is equivalent to New York City, Washington, D.C., Atlanta, Denver, and Los Angeles stopping using electricity. One of the challenges of public transportation is getting people to try it in the first place. But if a single commuter switches his or her commute to the public transportation, it can reduce a household's carbon emissions by 10% or up to 30% if they eliminate a second car. Interesting, there's a discipline of sustainable transportation engineering. Its main objective is to develop public transportation and encourage behavioral change so that travel demand can continuously increase. The objective of sustainable transportation engineering is managing congestion, which is seen to have negative economic impacts, increase air pollution, and cause public outrage. Who hasn't been stuck in traffic and gotten extremely mad due to the fact that they're late? On that note, I would like to discuss the personal and economic opportunities that public transportation provides. Public transportation provides an affordable and possibly necessary alternative to driving. Public transportation can provide mobility and freedom to people from every walk of life. Access to public transportation gives people options to get to work, go to school, visit friends, or go to doctor's appointments. Public transportation provides access to job opportunities for millions of Americans. Results from OLS and spatial regression models indicate that in both 1990 and 2000, greater job accessibility was significantly associated with shorter commuting time for driving alone as well as for public transit, but the degree of this association was considerably greater for public transportation, according to Urban Studies magazine, accessed in April of 2014. It can be said that the delays in schedules of buses and trains can be inefficient when it comes to time, but the Department of Transportation recommends knowing the schedules of the buses and trains that you'll be using in order to better plan for using public transportation in larger cities. Every dollar communities invest in public transportation generates approximately 30,000 jobs. Every dollar communities invest in public transportation generates approximately $4 in economic returns. Every $1 billion invested in public transportation supports and creates 30,000 jobs. Households that are likely to use public transportation on a given day save more than $9,000 every year. This is according to the American Journal of Public Health, accessed April 2nd, 2014. This journal also states that increased use of public transportation can potentially generate health benefits. Walking and climbing the stairs when one is using trains and buses and moving to and from and within the stations can increase health benefits. The last point I would like to make about public transportation has to do with safety. Public transportation provides a much safer alternative to driving. The Federal Highway Traffic Administration reports that in 2012, 32,885 people died in traffic accidents, according to Professional Safety magazine. The National Transportation Safety Board, accessed April 2nd, 2014, can account to the fact that public transportation is not perfectly safe. There are occasional tragic fatalities as a result of accidents on buses, trolleys, and trains. However, when compared to the number of fatalities on America's roads, public transit appears to wrap passengers in bubble wrap. For a culture that is obsessed with safety, it seems that there needs to be much more conversation on public transportation. In addition to this, alcohol-impaired driving crashes account for nearly 1/3 of all crash fatalities in the United States, or over 11,000 crash fatalities. This is according to Mortality Weekly Report. It can be argued that there should be stricter laws on drunk driving as a deterrent instead of trying to increase public transportation. However, when people commit crimes such as drinking and driving, they do not have the mentality that they will get caught, and they aren't usually thinking about the strict laws. Having access to public transportation such as buses, trains, and taxis would give people a great alternative to getting behind the wheel when they're drinking. As we can see, there are many benefits to public transportation. Specifically, we looked at the environmental benefits of public transportation and how public transportation provides economic opportunities and a safer way of traveling. By helping to educate the community on public transportation, it is my hope that people will utilize the information to get better public transportation services implemented in their community, as well as accessing the ones that are currently available to them. Thank you.